Join me as I take you on a ride to hell. A journalistic review of 2004's Doom 3. What can be said about id Software's third installment of the Doom franchise that hasn't already been said? Oftentimes, comparisons are drawn to the other big first-person shooter that came out that very same year in 2004, Half-Life 2. For myself, it took me 16 long years to discover what Doom 3 had to offer, and I often wonder why it took me all this time to discover this underrated masterpiece and, dare I say, hidden gem. Look, I get it. Doom 3 may not appeal to the masses. It veered off the path of familiarity, and that in itself made a lot of gamers unhappy with the direction that the studio took with this game. Gone is the fast-paced run-and-gun action of Doom 1 and Doom 2, and instead now relies on slow, methodical gameplay, often with periods of backtracking and puzzle solving. But if you can look past all of that, you will be left with a rewarding single-player campaign. Doom 3 is more than just a first-person shooter. It is more than just a video game. Doom 3 is quite simply a religious experience. In this game, you are not just the Marine, you are not just the Doom guy, you are one with yourself. Doom 3 will tear you down and build you back up. It will mentally ravage your mind and haunt your dreams at night. It will push you to the brink of insanity, and it will attempt to take your soul. To paraphrase Sarah Connor from the 1984 film The Terminator, "On your feet, soldier! On your feet!" Doom 3 really resonated with me and hit all the right buttons. This game clearly draws inspiration from several of my favorite films. Hints of Total Recall are all too apparent, with the similar aesthetics of Planet Mars, and Ridley Scott's Alien can also be seen in the later catacomb levels, where eggs are ready to be hatched and can be seen scattered about. Evidence of Francis Ford Coppola's magnum opus, Apocalypse Now, can also be seen in the game as you work your way through the Delta Labs research facility and search for a man who has clearly gone insane. Dr. Malcolm Betruger is to be exterminated with extreme prejudice. The whore. The game is infamous for introducing the id Tech 4 engine, and to this day it is still a technical marvel to behold. The meat and potatoes of this game is the spectacular use of lighting and shadowing. Never has a game before, and I would even argue to this day, utilized lighting to this effect where it truly adds to the atmosphere and the immersion of this game. The in-game cutscenes are something of a wonderment with incredible cinematography. The camera will pan out from the Marine's head and move around the scene before returning to your head and putting you back in the heat of the action, drawing inspiration from a young Brian De Palma. During the roughly 10 hours of time it took me to complete the single-player campaign, I often found myself stopping to appreciate the scenery, as clearly there was a lot of love and care that went into creating this game. This was clearly a passion project for John Carmack, and it would be his last project with id Software before he left the company to join Oculus. Doom 3 came out in 2004, and hell, it looks about as good today as it did back then. I've seen modern day games that don't look this good, and that is truly saying something. Doom 3 is rock solid as far as game design and build quality are concerned. Everything from the in-game engine to the front end to the physics, the game runs like a well-oiled machine. Not once did I ever get hung up on a wall or experience a glitch of any sort. This game is notoriously famous for its ultra-clean developer code, as many have pointed out. Simply put, id Software was obsessed with the small details, and it shows. You can kill anyone in the game, and I mean anyone. An example would be finding a scientist who's ecstatic that you have found him. Said scientist gives you an access key to progress to the level. You can leave the scientist be, or you can shoot his brains out and continue on. Sure, this seems small and trivial, but it truly is this small attention to detail that I can come to appreciate and relish. Why can't more developers get this attention to detail right? The attention to detail extends to the level design as well, as each level is crafted meticulously in a layout that just makes sense. Rarely did I ever get lost as to which direction I needed to go, and this game does not even have a dedicated map. There were clearly some Lovecraftian influences in the level design as well. The audio in this game is superb. It's no secret that Trent Reznor of Nine Inch Nails fame dropped out of this game at the 11th hour, but id Software soldiered on, creating one of, if not the most haunting and memorable soundtracks that I have ever bared witness to. Impressive ambient music can be heard throughout the corridors and adds to the terror that follows you around every corner. I have since finished the main campaign. The BFG edition, which was released on the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3, came bundled with 2 additional expansion packs. The Lost Missions, which consists of 8 chapters that were originally cut from the main campaign, and The Resurrection of Evil, which was an expansion pack released by Nerve Software in 2005. Rest assured, I will be tackling these chapters soon enough after I recover from the cardiac arrest that is Doom 3. This game changed who I am as a man, as a person, as a human being. I will never walk down a desolate hallway ever again without looking to see what is behind my shoulder. I will never ride up an elevator shaft without the fear of not knowing what might lie ahead when the doors finally reopen. They say you have to go through hell to get to heaven. Doom 3 captures this to the nth degree. It will cause periods of self-doubt, and it will push you to the limits as a man. It will force you to make difficult decisions, and it will make you question your self-worth. This game will not hold your hand. If you want to make it through this journey alive, you better be prepared to dig deep into your inner soul and embrace the grind, as this will be no easy feat. There is no ladder to success, you must take the stairs. Before I go, I will leave you with this final line from the game and a fitting way to end this video.
I hear ya.
You will die, and your soul will be mine. I will bring hell to earth. Death will not be your end. Your soul will burn in hell forever.